So we are about to move on to the next news, and we're going to the Down Under, Australia. A Melbourne gaming community is helping people with autism spectrum disorder.
The gaming community, known as Crank, helps those on the autism spectrum to become game designers and coach them to become eSports athletes. Here's a complete story from See Today contributor in Australia, Mohammed Andri.
It's a Melbourne-based gaming community dedicated in providing support and assistance to individuals dealing with autism spectrum disorder, psychological challenges, and various other barriers. Video games have been around for decades, providing entertainment for children and adults alike. They have evolved significantly from the early days of computer gamesmanship to the virtual reality we see today. And just in between this giant industry, there's a small gaming community here in Melbourne, Australia, who's been helping kids with autism spectrum disorder to build their confidence and social skills, or even the career pathways in the video game industry.
So Crank is a registered NDIS service based in Melbourne. So NDIS is the National Disability Insurance Scheme. There's about 500,000 Australians that are supported to develop skills and have a more fulfilling life. And one thing that was really obvious is that people with disability are often told that they can't really do much in life and they can't really have an aspirational career. So we are here to help people become game designers, game developers, famous YouTube stars. If they want to be an esports professional, we're going to coach them on that. So we want people with disability to dream of a career and to have support to get there, and that's what Crank is about.
Damien is a true example of how gaming has changed his life from an autism diagnosis. And now, together with Crank, Damien dedicated himself to helping other kids with spectrum.
From being told originally that I wouldn't be able to do much in life and that I'll be at home with my parents all my life, because back in the 90s it wasn't autism was very just a not broad. It was a very straightforward of this is what it's going to be like. So gaming was just something that became a part of my life. And in high school it made me realise the friends I had been able to reach out to and the friendships I made through gaming was phenomenal. This place opens up that and is able to create that sort of field where those who want to become a game programmer can become one. That gives them the foot in the door, gives them references, gives them work experience that, as we said, that we're producing in this field.
The Crank community is filled with diverse abilities, backgrounds, and passions. And for Daria, being part of Crank is the greatest way to help the community.
I'm Miss Universe Australia 2021 and I'm a former support worker, so I've always loved to help people. You know, I'm a counsellor and I thought what better way to help the community and do something I'm passionate about. Helping people that are neurodivergent, you know, it's very different because their minds work a little bit differently and it's just a matter of adapting to that, and I guess no two people are different and no two barriers that they face are the same. So it's very important to look at the individual, their background, their goals, what they love to do. Here at Crank, they all love to game. So it's a beautiful thing that really unites them, allows them to make friends and be themselves.
Up joined Crank about 2 years ago when he was diagnosed with loss of about 60% of his memory. Joining this community has helped him find his identity, and now he is a coach, sharing his experiences to inspire other kids with spectrum.
I was referred to Crank after an accident in hospital, which sort of resulted in me losing about 65–75% of my memory. And it came from like random places, so it could be from the name of family members to skills like piano or guitar that I had. Everything is new. It's like I was a 25-year-old person who was a couple of weeks old.
Learning from the best is a method applied at Crank. Khan Chekli won a world title in China in 2018, and now he is one of the coaches at Crank.
There are like hundreds and thousands of different games, and all of them are good for a certain part of the brain, and some of them will help you focus, some of them will help you solve analytical questions, and I know how to transfer these gaming situations into real life situations, because some of these games actually require a lot of certain skills like resilience or like a positive mindset or like even mathematical knowledge.
Through an inclusive and nurturing environment, individuals with autism spectrum disorder can discover their own identity, naturally uncover their roles, and actively engage within society. Muhammad Andri, See Today, Melbourne.
And that wraps up our international updates for you. We are now set for another break, but when we return, we'll be bringing you the latest from Southeast Asia. Stay with us on the C Morning Show, only on See Today.